Located at exit 347 off I-40, about an hour outside of Knoxville, Camp Buck Tom sits on the beautiful Watts Bar Lake. The camp includes 16 campsites, a dining hall, training center, and has program areas for aquatics, ecology, handicraft, health and safety, high adventure, scoutcraft, shooting sports, and STEM. Within the 16 campsites, each has a mix of 4 and 8 person Adirondacks, along with an 18 by 20 shelter, which has electricity. The 8 person Adirondacks have room in the front, deep enough for a blow-up mattress if you chose to bring one. They also have tarps already strung on bars to provide additional protection from the elements, bugs, or light. The 4 person Adirondacks, slightly smaller, we chose to dress ours up with some additional lighting, solar-powered lighting around the edge. We brought camp chairs and a small card table. As you can see, we also had a wagon to get our things from the car to our campsite. There's also room in the campsites for tent camping. In addition, some campsites have trees large enough to support hammocks. There's platforms if you want to pitch your tent on a platform instead of on the ground. Each campsite also has a campfire pit along with firewood. As you can see, there are running water at the bathrooms at each site. So you have a sink, you have a board here to display which side is for adults versus youth and gender. Our campsite had 2 restroom stalls along with a shower. Next to campsite 3, there's a basketball hoop, so don't forget to bring that ball with you. The camp layout features mostly paved paths between activities with some hills in between. You're going to start your morning on the parade ground, next to the flagpole and the current dining hall. There's also the STEM building next door. You're going to line up based on your campground number with the other campers that are there and listen for announcements, activity changes, and of course, the flag ceremony that occurs in the morning. This is the current dining hall. Here's a helpful hint. When you're entering the dining hall, you're going to enter either on one of the 2 far sides, depending on what serving line's open. There's currently a new dining hall under construction right next to the parking lot. So up there is where you're going to park your car. They can take you to your campsite by golf cart, which is a great help, especially if you're in one further from the dining hall. For Cubs attending camp, program activities can include shooting sports like BB guns, archery, slingshot. There's also aquatic activities, team building activities, scout craft, handicrafts, mental combines, and physical combines. After a busy day of activity, it'll be time to line up again on the parade field for the closing flag ceremony. You'll also get any important announcements and schedule changes for that evening or the next day. And then it'll be off to dinner. You definitely won't leave camp hungry. Make sure if you have any dining restrictions or intolerances that you noted on your registration form. At the end of the evening, it'll be time for campfire and skits by both campers and counselors.
Are you the curative properties of the wow face? You need
As the campfire ends and the sun begins to set, it's time to return back to your campsite. Now, while all your food's provided at Camp Buck Tom's, there's probably one thing you don't want to forget, and that is time for s'mores. And then it's lights out, and the day starts over again tomorrow. And not to be forgotten, we have our packing list. Here's a list of a few things that you'll want to make sure you bring. We'll make a separate video that talks a lot more about packing lists in depth.